Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a voiceover over the beginning part of this video because my audio for some reason wasn't doing its thing that it was supposed to be doing. So you're going to have to listen to my voice I'm recording. Today I'm going to be showing you a smoky eye look and my flawless base routine. This is going to be a base routine that's going to last you all day, sweat, tears, everything. First, skincare is key to a flawless base. So I'm going to go in with the Dr. Wow Soothing Treatment Lotion. Take that on a clean cotton pad. I like to use these reusable cotton pads from Amazon. And then I'm going to go in with Clinique Moisture Surge Spray. Spray that all over my face. Going in with that Coast RS Essence. This shit makes you so hydrated. It is amazing, especially if you have dry skin. Going in with my The Ordinary Caffeine Serum Solution, CosRX all-in-one cream. That shit looks so gross, but I swear it is the best thing on earth. For days that my skin isn't as dry, I go in with my Nimia cream. This is really good for a long-lasting base. I also just realized that I forgot to turn my mic on. My brows are feeling a little sparse in some areas, so I'm going to go in with my Morphe Finer Brow Pencil, and I'm going to add some life back into them. Then I like to take my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre and the Morphe 173 brush, which is just a big buffing brush, and I like to go ahead and prime my lids. Because this is a little bit more of a drier product, and I do tend to have dry skin, I will do one eye at a time just so it's really not drying out. I also have a scar on my nose, so I usually will take my base like right across because it does help kind of conceal that scar. Next, I'm going in with my Morphe 3502 palette. I'm going to take the shade Wiz. And when you are doing a smoky eye, you want to start low and then go high. You want to start with your darkest shade on your lid. Well, I have somewhat hooded eyes, so what I like to do is I like to go to where my crease is. I will bring the black shadow right up into it. And I'll take my brush to try and even out, blend out the edges a little bit. Once we have this, then we're going to go in with another flat brush. This is a random brush. It doesn't have a brand name, and I honestly don't remember where I got it. That shit is like perfect. And to take the shade Toast right above this black. Smoky eyes are a trust the process look. You really gotta trust the process. Going to start blending these edges together. Don't take this too far up yet because I do want to add a lighter shade on top of this to really give it a seamless blend. But right where I placed it, I'm going to just start blending out those edges. Next, on a Real Techniques base shadow brush, going to take the shade Rich, tap off any excess, and I'm going to blend that into these edges here. And I'm the type of person that I really like to use like all of my lid space. And you see how all of this is all hidden. So I want to make sure that I'm really bringing it up here so that I can get that full effect look. I'm going to take a clean, fluffy blending brush. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to go starting from right in that crease where the black ends up into that chocolate. I'm going to blend it all together so we have one seamless look. One more clean blending brush, and this is where we get those outer parts of this eye look. Now we're going to move on to our base, so I'm going to take these off. And I'm not going to clean up the eyes yet because I am going to go in with my base, so we'll be fine. With my two favorite primers, e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This is in medium shade. And this is mainly because I like to look a little bronze and because my foundation is a little bit light. To blend this out, I'm going in with a brush from Real Techniques. I'm going to take my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, which is literally almost out. Make sure that I get this around the areas I really want my makeup to stay. Now we're going to underpaint. I honestly truly believe that underpainting is probably one of the best techniques to get a more flawless skin looking like base. And with my e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in the shade Tan Lines, and I'm going in with my trusty Steed. This is a super old Wet n Wild brush. Very light, obviously, because you want your contour to be a cooler color. I find this looks a lot more natural. And with another Real Techniques brush, this is so old that you can't read it. Going in with this, and we're gonna blend. And when I blend contour, I always take it up. I never go too close in, because then right here in this area, it'll start to look muddy. So I like to keep it nice and lifted. And I make sure I blend that jaw part all the way to my earlobe. I'm gonna take a Q-tip and clean up this area of my eye. Now that contouring is done, I'm going to go in with my all-time favorite foundation, which is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. And I always suggest starting little by little with your foundation. So I literally just put a little tiny drop on a flat brush, and I brush that on. Then I go in with my favorite foundation brush. This is the Morphe M6 brush. It is a juicy blended brush. Pat away. Now, remember, if you want a very flawless base, you want to always pat. We're not dragging. Left over on that flat brush that I put the foundation on is where I will go and clean up the top part of my brows with. And then very gently blend that out. Now we're going to go in with our concealer. I'm going to take the Good Apple concealer. It is a lightweight full coverage concealer. Taking the shade Medium 126 and Light 119. Medium shade. And I take that light. I got a phone call. So I blended this side out. I do also want to say I do like to put concealer here. I did that in the medium shade just because you don't want it too light. And I like to literally just flick it. And the reason I do that is because I specifically have drier skin. I don't like to put a lot of powder on my face. So I do this to kind of chisel out that bronzer area. Here is the blended side. And the not blend. How I like to blend my under eye, I go in with, this is a Live and Breathe Beauty brush, down my nose to contour my nose, but right into that little crease. And pretty much what I'm doing with this brush is I am just blending it out and getting that coverage, because I have very red puffy under eyes, and then I drag this out. Usually I will tell you not to drag. This is the only area I like to drag out. This is the Putty Bronzer brush. This is hands down my favorite under eye brush. It has that nice dense flat end. Then what I like to do is take a powder puff. Before I put any powder on it, I am going to blend all those areas of concealer. Now that we have that, we're going to go in with our powder. This is Laura Mercier. This is the translucent powder. Before I even go towards my face with this, off on the back of my hand. always want to make sure that everything is blended out under your eye. Set every place that you've put concealer on, does not move. And you will use a minimal amount of powder. It looks like a lot on camera, but I don't have much on here. This is just the remaining. And I like to take that down, go into my smile lines, down into these smile lines. We're gonna warm up the face a little bit. I'm going in with Juvia's Place. This is bronzed in the shade medium. With the bronzer, I also will pat towards the top in circular motions, go around if I feel like I want a little more coverage, and I'm never taking it past this point. Usually I will say once you set your face, do not go in with any more liquid, but it is P. Louise. It's supposed to be able to blend well, and I actually have never squeezed this out of here. So always pop it off, but look at how satisfying that is. So I'm onto the cheeks. This is one of the only blushes, like liquid blushes, that you can really put over powder and it doesn't disturb the powder. The sides of my nose. And then just bake my under eye. And I feel like that gives you more of a cohesive look with your blush. In a fluffy brush. And then I am going to just blend that powder away. And this is a shade from a Juvia's Place palette. I don't know that it has a name. I could be wrong, or I just know it's white and it has like a Nubian warrior on it. And it is very pigmented. Anastasia Beverly Hills, this is So Hollywood Loose Highlighter. Highlight is my nose. Oh. Going on the cheeks. Back in with this Morphe palette. I'm taking this under the eye. Now for the lips, I'm going in with my NYX lip pencil. This is in the shade Brown. And before I go any further, I like to just take a clean little angled brush. The Juvia's Place lipstick in the shade Mademoiselle. Blend in. I like to go in with my favorite lip topper. This is Stila. This is their Beauty Boss lip gloss, shade Kitten. Take a cotton pad and Nimya Set It and Forget It. And as this is actually drying, I go in with a powder puff. I will press that into the skin. And here is the final look. If you like this video, please comment down below your favorite part. Don't forget to hit the bell notification and the subscribe button. See you at the next one.